time has come, and time is truly here, where tomorrow at 8:30 EST, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow seems to be the trigger, folks, and I don't know what's happening, but this may be the trigger for this final blow off top moment. Why? It's because the CPI data comes out tomorrow, guys, about inflation. Now, CPI print leaked. We are coming in under expectation by at least 0.1%. First rate cut in September. Everything's going to rip market. That's the thing, guys. So, we need to hope and pray it comes in lower than expectations. If it does, because it happened last time as well, right? Lower than expectations, it's just going to rally, right? It will give us more fuel to the fire, and that's how I guess the market will gobble up all the German Bitcoin, right? That they're holding, guys, because people are just going to be FOMOing in. Not to mention, as well as people are going to be front running the rate cut in September, exactly. And usually when they cut rates, guys, okay, so when they cut rates over here, let's just say they cut rates, maybe a 1 to 2 month delay max. What comes next? Exactly, the market stump, right? Because the economy has gone down to S, guys. So if tomorrow is truly the trigger, then this moment I have literally been waiting for years is incoming, guys, right? I'm so excited. Please, now, even if they need to manipulate the data, just let them at this point. June CPI inflation expectations are 3%, 3.1%, 3.2%. So basically, the median June CPI expectation shows headline inflation at 3.1% and core CPI inflation at 3.4%. If CPI inflation comes in as expected, inflation will be at its lowest level since January 2024. Will tomorrow's CPI report pave the path for a September rate cut? Right? Again, tomorrow is literally the most diabolical day ever, guys. Right? Because it's going to tell us what happens next. It literally determines. Tomorrow determines for at least a month if the markets will pump, dump, or go sideways, right? I'm betting on a pump though, right, which matches up with our theory. Now, so everyone has their own different expectations, guys, or what they think will happen tomorrow, right? What do you guys think will happen? Higher than expectations, lower than expectations, or as expected, guys? I'm hoping for lower, and maybe we have an indicator or indication to lower than expectations, or the markets will become bullish because of this fact. So you guys know how these people, these stablecoins keep printing, right? A large sum of their own stablecoins to inject it into the market. It just happened again, July 9th, yesterday, from Will Alerts, 250 million USDC minted at USDC Treasury. Not only that, guys, another 250 million USDC minted at USDC Treasury today, right? So this is all coming before the CPI report comes out tomorrow. Maybe some type of front running, right? Maybe some insiders know something. I don't know, guys, but we need to hope and pray that it does come lower than expectations. Let's quickly see if they minted any more or not. Nope, doesn't seem like it. Okay, that's fine. So 500 is pretty insane for USDC. That's actually insane if you think about it, because they don't go for that. They don't really print that much, right? USDT prints 1 billion like it's nothing. USDC does not, guys. I guess they're more legit, but now, the ETFs bought $216 million worth of Bitcoin on July 9th, right? So why are they buying then? Think about it, guys, right? Wait a moment. This is strange because Franklin buys 550 Bitcoin, right? Let's see what else. Invesco buys 165 Bitcoin, right? BlackRock buys 387 Bitcoin, and then they bought 5K this week so far, right? Fidelity buys 1,000 Bitcoin. What? And then BTC sells a couple hundred Bitcoin, guys. So it's just strange how they're all buying, right? They're all buyers of the market. So that's what maybe they know something, guys, right? While the markets are fearful, they keep on buying. Now, permanent holders, mostly custodial wallets with no outflows, accumulated 85,000 Bitcoin in the last 30 days. These wallets are neither ETFs, exchanges, nor miners. During the same period, 16,000 Bitcoin flowed out of ETF holdings. While some were panic selling, the others are buying. Look at that, right? Well, they just keep buying and buying and gobbling up the market, guys. The supply. What's happening here? right? Again, tomorrow will be the trigger, guys. Okay. Now, for us to understand what's going to be happening tomorrow is to look at this chart. This is the USDT, that dominant chart, guys. Right? Look what has happened previously. Look at that. We're holding support right here. If we need to, if we can close below this Fibonacci right here, guys, it's golden. Right? Really golden. It's actually tumbling down. Again, very, very beautiful, guys. For Bitcoin, let's see here. Right, the next major resistance will be around 61K, so nothing to fear there. Yes, there may be one more slight dump, but who really knows at this point, right? That's short-term volatility. I'm looking towards the long term. Now, greed returns to the stock market for the first time since May 22nd, guys. We did it, right? The stock market is looking very beautiful. Why? Because check this out, guys. The SPX is rising, right? It's literally non-stop, devouring everything. What's happening? The Dow Jones is going up as well, right? These people, or no, not like these stocks, guys. It seems like they want to make that blow off top moment, right? Before what happens? That black swan arrives. Exactly, right? And remember, cryptos usually follows the stock market, right? So if the stock market is rallying higher and higher and higher, so this is what's happening, guys. Stock market is going like this, but crypto is going like that. One of these things, one of these assets are lying, right? One of these markets are lying. Which one is it? I'm thinking crypto is, right? Because it's dumping. Instead, it's going to catch immediately back with the stock market, right? It's going to be coupled again, which means a pump is coming. If the stock market keeps going higher, please let's go. But tomorrow will be the trigger, the most important date in the markets, guys. Tomorrow, or I guess today, if you guys are watching this video on July 11th. Justin, CNBC Pro says Bitcoin is holding support and ready to make another run at a record. Right? This comes from CNBC. Could that be true? They then say that people should consider a 2 to 5% allocation to Bitcoin as well, guys. Right? Look at this. Again, it seems to me like the media is starting to ramp up with the ad campaigns again.
Percentage of gold's market cap should Bitcoin have within 5 years?
You know, think about it this way. When you look at the price of Bitcoin, look at the denominator. Look at USD. So I'd rather really think about the USD part of Bitcoin over USD than comparing it to gold, because
when you look at what gold's valued at, it's over USD. So it's the same.
It's the same idea. It's just I think when think about what you think about the dollar and think about what you want to replace it with. Gold in its physical form is hard to move around.
That's what I mean. Bitcoin should at least. There's no reason it shouldn't be just 10% or 20% or 30% of gold.
Wow, guys. So these people are advocating to buy Bitcoin, right? A small percentage of people's portfolio. And remember, who watches this in the end? Right, the older folks, right, the people who are not comfortable with crypto, but the media is now telling them, hey, you guys should buy, and one day you're about to go buy, so you may as well buy.
Right, it should be. And poor Senator Menendez, I mean, he's like walking around with these gold bars. It's like, oh, I mean, if he had Bitcoin, it would have been right on his.
I think they were hidden. I don't think he was carrying.
Oh, he wasn't actually carrying them. Or it would have been a lot easier. He'd probably still be, sailing, no problem.
That's right. Actually, cleaning up a lot of these old cases about Silk Road and Mt. Gox, I think, will help. Like that helps just sort of cleanse us all of these kind of old sins, and we can move on with a clearer idea of Bitcoin as being a store of value. And a lot of the ETF holders, I think, feel that way. Also, diversified returns. So the whole asset class presents a lot of opportunities.
So you're a stacker, and you think people ought to.
Oh, interesting. He stated the whole asset class. Again, alt season is imminent as well, guys. We need tomorrow to be beautiful, and it's go time, it seems as. Let's go, because the ETFs are near as well. Oh my, please.
Keep stacking.
I think people should really consider with their advisors to add 2 to 5% of Bitcoin.
There you guys go, right? So things are happening, but the charts are saying something to us. So maybe these things are front running the news tomorrow, guys. Let's just pray and hope it's good. Who knows what will it be though? This Bitcoin hidden bullish divergence from Crypto Rover on the weekly time frame makes me extremely bullish, right? Again, this may be the bottom, guys, depending on tomorrow, what happens tomorrow, right? I didn't have enough extra cash to buy, but I would have. Now we're in some type of falling wedge as well, guys. The next target is about its previous all-time high, right? And then once we get above that, we go even higher, guys, right? So I don't know, things can get crazy here. So the stochastic RSI is about to make a cross here soon. Every time it has, look what has happened before, guys, right? At least the minimum, a small pump is imminent, right? At least, if not a large one, guys, right? So this thing goes like that. Again, that will fuel us to go into new heights never seen before with alt season. Not to mention, Bitcoin is still holding the line, guys, right? So things are looking splendid at this point, right? Holding support right here. Look at that. Right here, guys. right? Again, the charts are looking bullish. Maybe this is an indicator to what's going to happen tomorrow, guys. Right, with the data that's coming out with the CPI report. Not to mention, we're following some type of Wyckoff accumulations or Wyckoff reaccumulation schematic one, guys, at the moment, right? If we were to keep following range, pump, range sometime, pump again, range, pump again, right? So by September, we should be at new all-time highs. That's interesting because September is probably when the Federal Reserve cut rates, and when they do, the markets will keep on going higher for a little bit longer before it literally crashes and collapses on its own 2 feet because of a recession, right? And all season happens around that, probably around the same time. So I don't know. I'm ready. I don't know about you, but I hope the markets are as well. I think so, because looking at everything, it all depends on tomorrow, I guess. History is repeating itself because back in 2017, guys, right? It had a lot of trouble in its previous all-time high. What's happening right now? A lot of trouble again. After it battled it out and the bulls won, the top arrived, right? Look at that. That's how fast the top can arrive, guys. Right? In a couple months, we could be at a top. Right? Well, that's what I think. Bitcoin looks so good. 80K next, guys. 200K take profit 1. What? I don't know about 200K, but if we're talking about how there's a recession coming, they probably will pump it very quickly, right? To price protect itself, guys. Now this is a crazy indicator because Bitcoin is about to make the first bullish cross of the MA100, MA200 in its entire history. Moreover, it is not unusual for Bitcoin to start its real bull market sometime after the halving. It fits together perfectly, guys, right? And this is why we're dumping, it seems as. Because usually when these golden crosses or death crosses happen, but this seems to be just like a bullish cross, guys, the opposite happens, but then it takes effect, right? So if this is a bullish cross, they dump it first, then they pump it after, right? To fool everyone. So there's that, guys. What do you guys think will happen tomorrow? But I'm getting excited. I'm probably going to be sleeping through it. But as soon as I wake up, I'm going to check, guys. I'm going to check the markets. If we're pumping, we know what happened. It came in as lower than expectations. If we're dumping, then it came higher or as expected. We'll see, guys. Right? But tomorrow, let's hope and pray it's bullish. Now, financial advice. Let's go. What is that? So face is. See ya.